A number of diseases have been reported and confirmed in corn samples from around the state as weather conditions continue to be favorable for many diseases. Nebraska Extension Plant Pathologist Tamra Jackson-Ziems says producers and crop consultants should continue to scout and monitor for disease and their potential impact on yield to assess if treatment is needed.
Many parts of the state have experienced frequent rain events since spring, and the frequent rain favors a lot of our common diseases, and in particular we're seeing a number of different diseases develop right now in cornfields and getting a lot of calls about those. Some of them caused by bacteria, some of them caused by fungi. And these are ones that we have every year to some extent, but it seems like in some areas more than normal. Some of the examples of diseases that we're seeing, for example, since spring we've been seeing a lot more bacterial leaf streak, and you might remember that we confirmed bacterial leaf streak for the first time in 2016, and so it's still new to a lot of people. One of the complications with that is that it can look very much like gray leaf spot, our very common foliar fungal disease. And it's important to be able to tell the difference because gray leaf spot can be treated successfully with foliar fungicides, but bacterial diseases like bacterial leaf streak cannot. I recommend looking at the edges of the margins, the lesion margins, and focusing on what those look like to tell those diseases apart. For example, gray leaf spot is a rectangular lesion with smooth margins, while bacterial leaf streak can be more wavy and more irregular, short or long lesions. And when you hold those up to the light, they can be very much more yellow than what you see with gray leaf spot. We're also starting to see some Goss's bacterial wilt and blight. And that's especially common after wounding events, and many parts of the state have experienced hail in recent weeks. And any kind of a wound can open up an opportunity for pathogens like that bacterium to enter the plant, and so that's what we're seeing happening. At the same time, the cool weather we've experienced recently has also favored northern corn leaf blight. That's a fungal disease that likes the cooler conditions, so we're seeing both of those develop, and they can be difficult to tell apart. Northern corn leaf blight is a cigar-shaped lesion. The ends of that are more rounded. In contrast, Goss's bacterial wilt and blight looks more water-soaked and more irregular with dark freckles usually on the edges as well. Finally, another disease that we are concerned about is southern rust. And southern rust moved in unexpectedly, developed quite quickly this year, and I say unexpected because there really was no disease pressure in the southern states where we would monitor this disease. This is the one that does not overwinter here. Rusts have to blow in from the south or the west every year, and it was a bit of a surprise to see it develop in a number of Nebraska counties in the eastern part of the state, and we're up to almost 10 counties now where we've confirmed the disease, and there's probably more. The cool weather that we've had, though, will probably keep that one a little bit slower and less severe, but as temperatures warm up and we increase maybe heat and humidity, we could see some of that flare up more. If making treatment decisions, make sure and consider not only the economics, which are very difficult right now, but also consider the stage of the crop that we're in. Many places we're having much of our corn has moved into the dent stages where it's really getting too late to successfully treat for that and other diseases.